Hello, welcome to episode 100 of Daryl Show Your Work. And what better way to celebrate than to formally announce on here that yesterday, that I add, well, 2 days from now, as the recording of this, the viewing of this video, that I've earned my INE EJPT certification. All right, so what that is basically a junior penetration test, test of certification. All right, and after passing a 48-hour exam, which is pretty much hands-on. All right, so a lot of things that I'm showing in these videos, I had to sit for an extended period of time within a 48-hour window. All right, and be able to conduct certain activities to be able to answer the questions that I was being asked. So just really thrilled about that. Just wanted to shout out INE just for their fantastic courses and content, and I highly recommend my viewers, those watching me, to check out their course content. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would do you wonders in your cybersecurity journey. All right. So jumping in to the subject matter of today's video, it's going to be regarding the SMTP protocol, and I'm going to be exploiting it to spoof an email client to send fraudulent emails to people within a enterprise. All right. So since this is offensive security and red teaming related activities, I'm going to preface this video with my usual disclaimer, and that this is only for research, educational, and ethical purposes only. Any sort of malicious activity that may come from as a result of someone directly or indirectly watching my videos, I do not take responsibility for, nor do I condone. All right, so to get started, I have to first find my IP address to see who am I. So I'm gonna do an ifconfig, and let's move the bubble over here. All right. And I am on interface Ethernet 1, so my IP address is here 192.105.34.2. So let's take that down here. All right, paste it here in mousepad. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a target host by doing an fping or a ping sweep. It's just my preferred method of doing a ping sweep, but there's plenty of other methods in which you can do so. So I'm going to say 192, 105, 134, and then .0/24 to give it my CIDR address, and I'm pinging the entire local network here to see which devices are up. All right, so as usual, 1, 2, and 3 are up. 1 being the gateway, 2 being myself, and 3 being our unlucky client. All right. So next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to run an nmap scan against our target host, and I am going to do some enumeration of the target host by conducting some banner grabbing, and I'm going to use the nmap scripting engine to do this. So I'm going to say nmap dash sv. I'm say dash script banner. All right, that's the banner grabbing script, and I am going to, let's see, paste that here. We'll change that 2 to a 3. And just looking at my syntax here, and I should be good to go. All right, so you see that we have our banner information here. So it looks like they're using an email client known as openmailbox.xyz. All right, and then here's the greeting on that banner: "Welcome to our mail server." Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to be able to log into at the SMTP protocol. Excuse me, and then I also, excuse me for that. I also forgot to show that also our SMTP port is open as well. All right, so that's vital to what it is that we're we're doing in this video. So port 25, which is the default port of the SMTP protocol, is open. All right. So in order to connect to the client to the client's SMTP um, port, I'm going to use a netcat, and then I'm going to give it the target host's IP address. All right, and let's try to make a connection. No, oh, I got to give it the port. That's right. Okay, so I have to tell it port 25. All right. All right, so it looks like I am in. So one thing I could do is I could verify that let's say I want to verify that there's an admin account associated with this email client. So if I wanted to start enumerating different let's say different users, let's say I want to find a user called, just for example, do capital VRFY for verify. And let's say I want to find see if they have a user called commander, and I'll say commander at open mailbox dot xyz. All right, and let's see if that exists. Okay, so it says recipient address rejected, user unknown to local recipient table. So that tells me that account, that user is non-existent on, within their mail server. All right, so let's try looking for that admin account. So I'm gonna do this again, and this time I'm gonna say verify admin at open mailbox dot xyz. All right, and let's see what happens here. All right, so see, all right, so it returned with a 252 return code, and it basically it verified that admin at open mailbox dot xyz does exist. All right, so all right, I'm gonna exit out of this. So that gives me my target as far as who I'm going to target when creating this fake email. So I'm gonna do a Control C to exit. All right, so now I want to begin creating a fake email address and spoofing an email address using this web client, this mail client of this fictitious company group, or whoever it is that owns this mail server. All right, so I'm gonna use the telnet protocol, and I am going to log into this time log into back into SMTP by as telnet. Right, so all right, and I'm gonna give it port 25 again, not port 23, but port 25, because I'm still utilizing the SMTP protocol, but I'm using telnet to log into it. So I don't have to just use SMTP to log into the SMTP server. Like last time I used netcat to log in. This time I'm using telnet. Okay, let me see. It refused the connection. Let's see. Oh, you know why? Because I gave it the wrong IP address. Let me see. No, I did. Okay, yeah, I had to give it the target IP address. All right. And then give it 25. Okay, that should do it. Okay, now I'm in. All right. So I'm going to run a command called the HELO command, and this is going to allow the sending mail server to introduce itself to the receiving server. Okay, so I'm going to say hello, and then I'm going to name myself attacker XYZ. All right. And then okay, and then I'm going to do the opposite here. So I'm going to then write well, I don't even know how you pronounce this. So however you pronounce this, it's basically switching the E and the H around, and basically request that basically this is going to request that the return reply should identify the specific SMTP service extensions that are supported by the SMTP server. All right, so I'm gonna say hello attacker that X and Y Z. All right, and see, so those are what I was talking about, those service extensions. Okay, so I'm gonna type quit to exit out of telnet. All right, now I want to start brute forcing SMTP to find user accounts. All right, so in order to do that, I'm going to say SMTP user enum capital U. All right, and now, all right, so this is basically SMTP user enum is the tool that I'm going to be using to brute force some account names here, and then I'm also going to use um, um, a word list in order to try to find those user names. So after so U is what I'm doing to specify that, and I'm gonna say user. Oops, this thing just ain't gonna act right. Okay, here we go. Nope, you still not gonna act right. There we go. Okay. User share mix source, and this is the directory that the word list is housed in. All right, and then we're going to just use a simple word list called username.txt. Right, I'm gonna say -t, and then I gotta give it our target. All right. So just looking at my syntax here, okay. So basically, I'm using the SMTP user enum tool or script here, all right, and I'm going to use the this word list here to run against our target host and try to discover some accounts associated with this mail server. All right, so let's run that. See, I can't open it. Let's see, did I fat finger something here? I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see. Ah, okay, can't leave out those S's. All right, let's try that again. There we go. All right, so that was pretty fast. So we have an admin account, an administrator account, a mail account, a postmaster account, a root account, a sales account, and a support account. We already knew about this first admin account, but we didn't know about this second administrator account. All right, and I wanted to show an alternative way in which um, we could brute force these user accounts. So, of course, I'm going to utilize the Metasploit framework in order to do so. All right, so I'm starting up the PostgreSQL server. And then I'm going to combine that with the step to open up the MSF console. And let's let it rip. All right, I'm going to create a workspace for this. So I'm going to say workspace -A, and I'm going to call this SMTP. All right, then I'm going to set the target host here as a global parameter, so I don't have to plug it in again to any of the modules that I use. All right, and then let's search for specifically for auxiliary tools for the SMTP protocol. So I'm gonna say search type, and let's see, auxiliary, and then I'm gonna specify the name here, and that's going to be SMTP. All right, so let's see what we find specifically with auxiliary modules and not exploitation modules. All right, so we have a few here. So I'm going to use the one for enumeration. All right, so that looks like it is actually module number 6. All right, so I'm just going to type in here use 6. All right, so that's going to set that for me. And then I don't believe I need to set up anything, but let's go to, also always a good idea to go to show options, just to make sure. Yeah, nothing needs to be set up here. So we have our target host already set as a global parameter as the remote host. And then of course, because this is a SMTP native module, it's going to set port 25 automatically. And then we have our word list. This uses a different word list. So I want to see too, because Metasploit uses a different word list, do we maybe get some other accounts that we didn't see before? All right. So I'm gonna just say exploit, and let's run this. So it's doing a grabber banning as well, grabber the banner grabbing as well. All right. So it combines that step within this. So this is going to be kind of long. So as always, if it runs a bit long, don't hesitate to fast forward this portion of the video and to just to skip ahead. I just wanted to compare the results here to what we did using the SMTP enum tool from the command line, and then running this module within the Metasploit framework, which uses a different password list to see if we get any sort of differences in results. All right, finally. Okay. So, all right, so it found user actually found quite a few users. It looks like that's why it took so long. So it found actually a lot more users than than the um than the tool that I use, the SMTP tool that I use from the command line. All right, so but I think I'm gonna go for the low hanging fruit here, and I'm going to actually send a fake email to the root account. Okay, so I'm gonna exit out of here and I'm gonna begin composing that email, and I'm gonna do it since we've already made that fake account. I'm gonna do it as pretending to be the admin. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna log into telnet again. All right. All right. So I'm gonna choose to create. I'm gonna choose to use attacker. In the background, I'm gonna be using the attacker.xyz account that I set up. All right. See, you see how I reverted back. It reverted to open mailbox dot xyz. So that's how it's going to look. That's how it's going to appear to those looking at the email. Now, if they do a mouse over it, it's probably going to say attacker xyz. But most people don't do that, especially if I don't give them a reason to be suspicious. All right. So I'm gonna say mail from um, admin at attacker. So I have to still give it the attacker dot xyz extension, even though it's going to show up as open mail xyz. All right. So mail from. Oh, and I have to put colons. Can't. I had to erase all that. That's some protocols. They aren't very user friendly in the fact that they allow you to backpedal your cursor. So I had to, since I made a mistake earlier, I had to actually like backspace all the way back. No worries, it wasn't a whole lot of stuff I needed to rewrite. Okay, all right, that looks good. All right, and then I'm going to say RCPT for recipient, say 2, and then we want to send this to root. We're going to send this to root at OpenMail because they're the legitimate account. See, OpenMail, yeah, I got that right. OpenMailbox.xyz. Just making sure that everything is okay there. All right. All right. And then I'm going to put in data. And so this is where then I begin compiling the different parts of the email. So data, and now it knows that I'm actually compiled the email. So I'm going to first say subject because this is what's going to go in the subject line. And I'm just naming this high root. All right. And now to do the body. Hello. This is a fake email sent using the telnet command. All right, then I'm gonna do my from. We're gonna say this is from the admin, and then I'm gonna do a put a period right here, and that this is what's going to end the email when I hit enter after the period. Okay, and then I'm gonna do quit to exit telnet. All right, so that's one way. So So that's I just composed that fake emails to the root account. All right. So an alternative way we could do that, we could just do that all in one command on a command line, instead of have to go all the way to into telnet, and we do that by using the send email command. All right. And I'm gonna say -f from as far as saying from. We says it's going to be admin@attacker.xyz. All right. And then -t for 2. We're sending this to root at open open mailbox dot xyz. And then we're just going to send this to our friends at our target host. -u was a fake mail. Then the actual message is going to say hello root, a fake email from admin. All right, and then we'll put a -o, and then TLS. We're gonna say no. All right, so just checking my syntax here. Mail. All right, that's good to go. All right, email was sent successfully. All right, so that brings us to the end of my video. But those are just different ways in which we can spoof a legitimate email client as an attacker. So we would be able to log in to a mail server. We could then use a protocol such as netcat, or not a protocol, tools such as netcat or protocols such as telnet, to create a fake email client to then send to different to other legitimate clients on the enterprise. And more than likely it would be in the form of like a phishing email or something, or sending something malicious once I'm inside, and to look like it's coming from a trusted source, and people would be more likely to to click on whatever I'm asking them to click on, or download whatever I'm asking them to download. And so that's why it's always good to make sure you have great security over your mail server, and also just having that security awareness with your staff, with your employees, so they'll know to do things like to kind of every so often, just to do those kind of mouse overs, just to make sure that hey, if something doesn't look right, do take these actions, such as doing a mouse over the sender, to see if it is indeed from where they're saying it's from. But anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, show your work. Until next time, take care of yourself, and God bless.